Home of the Tinora Rams. You are looking down from the broadcast perch here at Tinora High School. We have affectionately nicknamed it the Emerald. And until they go ahead and make a decision as to what they officially want to call themselves, we're going to keep calling it that. A sea of green here this evening as a pair of GMC rivals will take to the volleyball court. Good evening, everybody, and welcome aboard. Brent Balbinot saying thank you for joining us. DCTV Sports is on the air as the Bob Estill Chevrolet Cadillac and Chevrolet pregame show is now underway. Tinora, a season ago, 27-1 GMC champions. They are off to another tremendous start at 15-2, 4-0 in conference play as they welcome that team across the river. The Ayersville Pilots, after a tough season last year, have righted the ship. 13-5 overall, 3-1 in Green Meadows Conference play, just one game back of the Rams. Tinora will either widen themselves from the pack or Ayersville will make a complete mess of the conference standings before we wind things up here this evening. Again, I will be joined by Josh Bush in just a couple of minutes. What we can tell you right now is if you aren't here already, you might want to go ahead and think about hopping in your car because it is going to be, space is going to be at a premium here in about the next 20 minutes. Both these teams coming off of interesting ball games, both coming off of wins. Last night, Ayersville turning around. They're playing just 24 hours later. It was a white-knuckle ride at Stryker, but they won in 5 sets. As a matter of fact, the Pilots dominated in the 5th and final set, winning 15-5. On the flip side, it's been a couple days since Tinora has played right here at the Emerald as they took on Archbold. It was a tough 3-set win, 25-20, 25-21, and 25-23, but the Rams picked up their 15th win of the season. We're going to take a look at starting lineups. We're going to take a look at keys to the game. Don't you go anywhere. This one is going to toss up the first serve in about 7 minutes. You are watching GMC Volleyball on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
WestBanco, building a better bank every day since 1870. Community-focused WestBanco. Find out more at westbanco.com.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
When a fire or natural disaster throws a penalty flag, let ServiceMaster Restore work for you. Anything from minor cleanups to complete overhaul and rebuilding. Contact ServiceMaster by McCann.
There you take a look at the pep band starting to form as everybody getting ready to drive this atmosphere into a fever pitch here at Tinora. Brent Balbinot soon to be joined by Josh Bush as the Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show is underway here on DCTV Sports. 2 teams across the river, arch rivals out of the Green Meadows Conference. Again, the Rams 15-2 overall. Their only 2 losses to a pair of top 10 ranked teams. Number 2, Parkway. That was the second match of the season. They were number 2 in the state. And then just recently against number 10, Patrick Henry. Again, that was another tough one. Just their second loss. It was also in 5 sets. On the flip side, the Pilots 13-5 overall, 3-1 in conference play. And they are riding a mini win streak. As a matter of fact, looking back, it started on the 16th versus Edgerton. Wins against them at Continental a couple days later, at Montpelier versus Hicksville, a game that we had on DCTV for you last week, and then last night at Stryker. For our keys to the game, brought to you by Northwest State Community College. The key to a great career is a higher education at Northwest State College in Archbold. Again, for Ayersville, serve, receive. It has been that way for the last 2 seasons. They have much improved, but at the same time, with a team that can serve and serve as hot and a serve as heavy as Tinora, first touch is going to be absolutely critical. As you take a look at Coach Taven Tyler in her second year as the head coach for the Pilots. On the flip side for Tinora, make the points as quick as possible. You've got a couple of terminators, and when I say terminators, I don't say that lightly. In outside hitters, Paige Gamby, again, standing in at 5'6", but she's got tremendous ups, 247 kills on the season. And then on the other side of the net, you've got Tatum Krebs. Tatum will be playing college ball. She hasn't finalized her scholarship package just yet, so I told her I wouldn't let the cat out of the bag, but she is planning on playing in Ohio at an institution within a couple hours' drive from Tinora. 397 kills for Krepp this season. They're going to be a couple of great a 1-2 punch, let's put it that way, and you cannot key on just one in that front row for Tinora. If you are Ayersville, you've got to honor their offense pin to pin. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups now for both teams. Let's start with the visitors and the Ayersville Pilots. There you take a look at Coach Hagerty and her assistant for Tinora. Again, no surprises from what we saw last week. Your starters brought to you by Baker Schindler Company. Brianna Sobecki will be your middle, although technically Brooklyn Michael will start at that position. Allison Eldridge, the setter extraordinaire. She reached 1,000 career assists in that game against Fairview last week. Kendall Boer, an outside hitter. Kendall Boer coming into tonight with 104 kills and 30 blocks. Brooklyn Michael in the middle, 168 kills, 59 blocks. Lainey Sheets will be on the right side, a natural lefty, so that's a position that suits her well. Grace Flory at the outside, 159 kills, the senior. And Michaela Sierra, junkyard dog, their libero, 286 digs on the season. On the flip side, for the Tinora Rams, they will send out the following 6. Paige Gamby, the senior, 247 kills, as we mentioned, but she's also excellent defensively, 234 digs. She's serving 94% with 25 aces. Ella Schablin will be the setter, 599 assists. She's serving at 93% with 42 aces. She is closing in on 1,000 career assists. She is just 26 helpers away. She might get it here this evening. Macy Bainfeld, again, the libero with 214 digs. Addison Dominique at the outside. Tatum Krebs, as we mentioned, standing in at 6'2", 397 kills. Christina Meyer will be your middle. She's got 26 blocks on the season. And another defensive specialist, Brooklyn Benfeld. And those are your starters, brought to you by Baker Schindler Company. We are inching our way closer to first serve. What we're going to do is take one final timeout from the Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. When we come back, we'll get set for the national anthem, starting lineups, and then nothing left to do but toss it up and get after it. You're watching the Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show live from the Emerald in Tinora on DCTV Sports.
Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobayersville.com.
Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperative. Visit superiorcu.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union.
Back at Tinora before the starting lineups, we take a pause for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner, brought to you by the Defiance County Veterans Office. And the Star Spangled Banner, courtesy of our underwriter, the Defiance County Veterans Office, pleased to provide veterans and their families with the support and services available to them. Non-starters being introduced first before the starters get underway. Big thank you going out to Athletic Director Jake Essick and the rest of his staff here in the athletic department at Tinora, always rolling out the red carpet for us. And as usual, doing a great job. Ayersville in those powder blue uniforms with the gold lettering and numerals. Tinora in their dark green uniforms with the white lettering and numerals. Lower the lights, fire up the hype video. Ain't no stopping them now. Macy Badenfeld almost taking out a young grade schooler there. They all want to high five their heroes. They need to be a bit careful. Last of the lineups being introduced, the non-starters first, the starters to finish it off. Tatum Krebs will run the anchor leg. Lights are up and we're getting ready for first serve. Pre-game handshakes. These rosters know each other. Many of these same athletes play together outside of their high school seasons. They know each other growing up. But tonight they stand on opposite sides of the net. Tinora, 15-2 overall, 4-0 in the conference. Ayersville, 13-5 overall, nipping on their heels at 3-1 in the GMC. A win for Tinora tonight with just two more conference matchups left before the end of the regular season, and both of them against lower tier opponents in the conference standings. They could really separate themselves and put themselves in the driver's seat. On the flip side, Ayersville at 3-1 coming in a tie for second place in the GMC alongside Fairview. If they could pull off the upset on the road, they could make an absolute mess of the last 2 weeks of the regular season. All right, 48 hours of hype. It's going to funnel down into 2 hours of truth. Let's play volleyball.
Let's do it.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I was back in the training room, so not training, by the way.
I wasn't going to ask. The walk up to the perch here is enough of a workout.
There were treadmills, but
okay.
I avoided them. So
Ayersville will serve to open up the game. And it will be Allison Eldridge, setter extraordinaire, to open up the play. Ball partially off the block, and here we go. Josh, look, most teams would be happy to have either Paige Gamby or Tatum Krebs. They've got both. If you are Ayersville, you're going to have to honor Tinora pin to pin tonight.
Yeah, you can't just key on one person. Where are they going to come from? You got two just to say just those two, but there's plenty of other weapons on this Rams team as well.
Ball put down on the near line. So after the side out, make it 2 in a row. And back to serve is going to be the libero, Macy Benfeld. Benfeld, a little bit of a jump serve. Bottom falls out of it. In system, Boer. And wow, I'm not sure if that was a mid-air adjustment or she had a miss hit, but either way, it pays dividends for Ayersville.
Yeah, and it looked like Tinora was going to set up a nice double block there and just not able to come through.
Getting set to put a fist into it.
Well, that's going to fall in the back line there. Nice smack there from Tatum Krebs.
Tatum Krebs stands in at 6'2", and she plays a lot bigger than that. Back to do the serving chores. It's going to be Ella Schablin, who is 26 assists away from career mark 1,000. Give her an ace.
Give her an ace on that one. That was a great serve, a little English on that one, and it was not handled well on the other side by the Pilots.
Right now, neither team able to put more than a couple of points together on a run. See what Schablin is able to do, as she is an excellent server. 93%. That was her 43rd ace of the season. The block is there.
Christina Meyer up front with the block for the Rams.
We just talked about Gamby at one pin and Krebs at the other. She would be a star almost anywhere else, but trust me, Christina Meyer is not an anonymous voice in the chorus on this roster.
A nice job of getting up, finding the ball, knocking it down.
Whew, that ball barely clears the tape, and Krebs is there. Tremendous up by Schlachter, but in system. Schablin sets up Krebs, and just a little long.
I like what she was trying to do there. She saw an opening on that back part of the court in that back line and just trying to dump that over the front row. Just a little bit too much juice on that one.
Ayersville with the side out. Brooklyn Michael puts a fist into it. Little miscommunication. Can they get something out of system? They can! Wow.
Well, that was the freshman Callie Wells coming up that left side, and this little job of getting up and putting that one down.
Tatum Krebs. You just notice athletes when they walk into the gym. You notice Tatum Krebs when she walks in.
But maybe we had some college players visiting today.
She will be soon enough. Setting to the near side. They got what they wanted. They ran the combo play, and Sheets running the oppo with that left hand. It's a perfect position for her. Just couldn't quite execute.
A little off on her delivery there. Got the side of the volleyball and just not able to keep that one in.
Krebs, bullet serve. Eldridge will set. Flory couldn't quite put enough on that, and here comes Tinora. Out of the back row, and that's a great up by Sierra. Cross court. There's two good liberos. There's Benfeld. In system. Near pin. Termination. Wow. Paige Gamby.
Well, you love the vision there, Brent. She goes up. She sees where the defenders are moving to block, and she just laces that between them.
Paige Gamby, so talented, multi-sport athlete. Was chalking with her a little bit during the JV game. She really had to decide volleyball or softball. And if you haven't seen her play softball, holy cow.
Tremendous softball player. I went down to Columbus last year, Brent, for the state wrestling and watched her manhandle or just tossing other girls around. It was just absolutely impressive.
Well, the thing is, she's got such a bubbly personality, but doesn't matter what the sport, when the whistle sounds and the lights are on, she's coming after you. Nice up out of the back row. Oh, what a dump! Good row out of, good up out of the back row. Play on. Free ball for Ayersville. Off the quick set. And this is going to sail long off of Sobecki's fist.
Well, nice heads up on that side for Tinora. That ball was in no man's land, and they were able to keep that one alive, get it across, and Ayersville not only able to capitalize on that free ball.
Freshman Addison Dominique checking in for the Rams. And that's going to be a service error by Meyer. And she's upset with herself. Flory back to serve. 5'10" senior. With that jump serve. Nice up by Benfeld. And this is going to have to come out of the back row. Wow, the freshman Dominique keeping it alive. Second and third effort. At the nets. It's down. What a tremendous angle. Wow.
Well, these two teams are just ready to battle here tonight,
Yep.
and you can tell they are ready to leave it all out here on the court.
Flory. Well, the bottom fell out of that one. Benfeld from her knees. Cross court. Is that out of bounds off the block? It doesn't
Just
matter.
inside.
It got down anyway. Got down anyway.
Now, what a shot. Cross court. Line judge wasn't sure at first, but caught the tape.
10-5. Rams have doubled up the Pilots. Riley Baldwin back to serve. No, check that. Jaden Signs, excuse me. And she said, hey, remember my name? Jaden Signs goes back to serve again. Jaden, for the remainder of this set, you're going to be my now favorite player. I owe it to her. And look at that. Out of the back row, off of her knees. They'll set near pin. That ball was just a little off, and Signs been there a couple times. Woo!
Wow.
That ball just had a different sound, didn't it?
That was like shot out of a cannon, and just not able to handle that were the Pilots. What
Timeout. Yep, Coach Tyler's seeing this one start to slip away. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Tinora in command, set number 1. You're watching DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperative. Visit superiorcu.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union.
Welcome back to the Emerald.
The Emerald.
I'm going to pump this until they come up with a new nickname. If it's not the Emerald, something else.
I like where you and Scoop are going with this. Jules right down the road.
Exactly.
A lot of green here.
Yep.
It fits.
And it's got some cachet, doesn't it? A little class.
It does.
Dare I say panache. This one's going to sail along. A little too much panache by Sobecki.
Just looking for the wizard.
The Wizard right now, I was going to say, probably back serving, as this is now 5 straight off the hand of Riley Baldwin, clipping the tape. She almost had a cheap service ace. Boer sends it cross court, and it's just long.
Oh, nice job there by the Rams to have recognized that. You sometimes gamble on those ones that just get out, but he recognized, let that go. And we continue serving on the Ram side.
6 straight off the fist of Baldwin. Quick set. Oh, and she reached up and touched it, and she knew it. She tried to pull back. Couldn't do so.
It's that reaction sometimes. When you're an athlete, you want to compete. Think, I'm going to get that, and sometimes you just can't hold it.
Brooklyn Benfeld will check in, so a smaller, more defensive-oriented lineup for Tinora. As back to serve. Kayla Sierra went deep, and wow. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the opposition. That's not how, there's nothing Ayersville could have done there.
Yeah, nice job by Paige Gamby. Nice job by Ayersville, but it just rolled the way of the Rams there, and sometimes it goes like that.
Paige Gamby is just kind of a no-nonsense server. Wow, block is up. Tremendously done by Schaublen. They'll try again, and that one rolled right down the fist of Kelsey Clark. And the roll continues here. 16-6 Rams.
Well, you sense them getting a little momentum here, and Coach Tyler tried to break that up a little bit, but boy, it just keeps rolling here for Tinora.
26th service ace of the season for Paige Gamby. It doesn't look fancy, Josh.
No.
It's just really effective. And another timeout by Ayersville. Again, Taven Tyler trying to do something, anything to stem the tide. But right now, it is a Ram tidal wave. Let's take a quick timeout. We're back with more on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
We welcome you back to Tinora as we are in first set action. Rams leading their arch rivals, the Ayersville Pilots, in convincing fashion. This is going to mark the second timeout of the first set, called by Taven Tyler, but sometimes you might just need to hit the reset button. We'll wait and see. Now, the Pilots have a ton of pride as they enter tonight at 13-5 overall, 3-1 in the GMC. The Rams at 15-2, 4-0. But right now, the hosts are enjoying a little home cooking.
Yeah, they put the throttle down a little bit here, and what you're seeing is, you get these serves back here, and they're just rolling with it. They're feeling it tonight. Big matchup in the GMC for both these teams. It's an important matchup for both these teams in the league, plus the rivalry.
Tremendous up by Benfeld. Boer thought she had a termination. Instead, quick set. This one dinked over. Look who's there. So they're going to set Krebs. This one comes back to her. And Ayersville showing a bit more fight coming out of that timeout. Out of the back row, Flory lays down. Nice job by Gamby for the up. Krebs. That one rides the tape, comes back to Tinora. They're going to set Krebs again. Oh, man. Well, they extended the point. It took 5 tries, but Tinora still picks it up.
Well, I'll give credit to Grace Flory from the Pilots there. Did everything she could to dig that one out, but, again, comes off the blocked arms, and sometimes it's nowhere to go with it.
Gamby goes deep. This one, that was going to be out of bounds off of the block, and I'm not sure why Ayersville played it, and they just gave the Rams a freebie.
Well, 19-6 now. This is getting to that spot where if you're Ayersville, you got to get something positive here to kind of swing this momentum a little bit. But Paige Gamby back there again, effortless. Like you said, nothing fancy to it, but it's effective.
Gamby playing the role of setter out of the back row. They're going to set Dominique. It's down! Wow. All right, we've seen a couple freshmen on the floor here mixed in with the veterans, and if this is even half of a gauge of what we can expect, I can tell you right now, Tinora Volleyball is in good hands for the next 4 seasons.
And you expect that out of Coach Haggerty. I mean, she's obviously a seasoned veteran coaching volleyball, not just here at Tinora, but I believe Defiance College and all the different places she's been. Again, developing talent, developing that program, and you can see senior freshmen, they're all contributing here to this Tinora success.
Eldridge was trying to get something going, but her serve floats long, and now Tinora, the first one to that all-important 20-point mark. It's become a 5-point set. That's going to be out of bounds off of Krebs.
Nice
Boer.
Yep, nice job there by Boer to set that or to get that across, and Krebs had the right idea, but again, Boer just able to knock that on that side, and it goes off the side of Krebs' arm.
Schlachter back to serve. She has, it's like a Phil Necro knuckleball. Oh! And this is going to go off the face of Schlachter, and she appears to be okay. Insult to injury as she gets one right in the schnoz. She's smiling, but she is beat red right now.
Well, I can't imagine that felt good.
We're going to go out on a limb.
Dynamite drop in there.
Schablin. Oh, and a little too amped up. I was about to say, can she serve out the first set? We'll have to wait. And Coach Haggerty coming up, just telling her you got to relax. She smiled at first, and then she got very serious and pointed her back onto the floor. And good termination there. I thought for a second we might have had a joust, but nobody in the middle filled for Tinora, and that's the easiest kill, so Becky's going to get tonight.
Yeah, nice job of her recognizing where that hole was and just didn't waste any time putting it down.
Benfeld with a good first touch. Krebs. Nice up by Gamby. We'll play on. Again, another good up by Benfeld coming out of the back row. They'll set. Flory, far pin, and that one looked like it rolled down her wrist as she was going to take a swipe at it.
Well, and Kelly Wells for Tinora was there too. We'll see if she would have gotten that over in the position for that block, but one way or the other, Tinora now 22-10.
Krebs will try and serve out the final 3 points, give her a service ace, make that 2 points. Krebs entered tonight with 26 aces. I believe that's her second of the night. Krebs, all business, taking her time. Oh, wow, beautiful.
Wow,
that rolled off the table.
I mean, that just, it's like, I know the baseball just hit postseason. That was a beautiful sinker right there. It just floated across, bottom dropped out of it, right inside the back line.
Set point. Well, that barely cleared the tape. Tinora will get something in system. Gamby, a little too amped up, sends it long.
A nice job there by the Rams, trying to set some offense, trying to run something there to close this set out, but just not able to finish off the execution.
Back to serve. And who have we got here? Number 22, this is going to be Ava Sigler, a junior setter. And if you're Ayersville right now, there's no such thing as a 13-point serve. The only thing that matters is the next point.
Yep, one at a time here for Ayersville. Tinora were able to get such a sizable lead here in this first set. It'll take a bit for Ayersville to climb back in this, but it's a feisty bunch of pilots here that are able to, that would love to be able to do that here in this first set.
Sigler gets the whistle, puts a fist into it. It's wrong, and they get set point on a service error. And the Rams take set number 1, 25-11. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with set number 2 from the Emerald. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
At Arthur Law Firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers with Arthur. Call us today.
Stamball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stamball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948.
Westbanco, building a better bank every day since 1870. Community-focused Westbanco. Find out more at westbanco.com.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
When a fire or natural disaster throws a penalty flag, let ServiceMaster Restore work for you. Anything from minor cleanups to complete overhaul and rebuilding. Contact ServiceMaster by McCann.
They take a good look at that Tinora huddle as the Rams, there's no other way to describe them, dominant in that first set, 25-11 over Ayersville. So we welcome you back to the Emerald. Brent Balvinot alongside Josh Bush. All right, so now you hit the reset if you are the Pilots. If you are the Rams, man, I don't know who takes you out of your rhythm except maybe yourselves. Ayersville's got to figure out a way to extend some points. The bulk, I'd say what? Would you say 60, 70% of the points, the rallies in that first set were very fast?
Yeah, and for Ayersville, it just seemed like they couldn't get anything going in rhythm in that first set. They get a point, and then, they had little things like that serve out of the back. Like you've got to keep things going when you're able to get the serve, and they just weren't able to do that in the first set. You got a team that's as talented as Tinora, you can't give them other opportunities to have control of the ball, and that's easy to get behind when you are giving Tinora that many opportunities. And a lot of, I don't want to say mistakes by Ayersville in that first set, but just some things that they need to clean up here to get back in this one in set number 2.
Right now, there's nothing you can do with the first set except put it in your rearview mirror for both teams. We'll see if Tinora can come out and continue the momentum they had. We'll see if Ayersville can establish some of their own. It will be the Rams to serve to open up set number 2. Paige Gamby will do the honors. As we mentioned, Paige Gamby, a multi-sport athlete, volleyball, wrestling, and softball. She will continue her athletic career at the collegiate level, playing softball at Malone. Did that clip the tape? Did it get down? No, went just a bit wide.
Yep. That was a little awkward kind of hanger there for Krebs, and yep. I think she thought she could just kind of smack that down a little bit, but
Allison Eldridge, good first serve. Oh, nice back set to the pin. Dominique puts it down, but a good job in the back row. And again, there is Sierra keeping things alive, laying out again. Sierra has been a junkyard dog all season, and you're seeing it right here. Laying out Flory. Sierra keeps it alive. One touch too many.
Yeah, that ball got in the middle of nothing there, and Ayersville just scrambling to try and keep that one alive, Brent, and just nowhere to go with it. And again, you got to find some way of finding a rhythm to keep things rolling here.
Back to serve, Macy Benfelt. That's a long run, and again, out of system. I know you weren't here with us during the pregame, Josh, but one of the things Taven Tyler talked about, and it was really a sore spot all of last year, better this year, but tonight we're seeing first touch. That's a decent first touch. Sheets gets her platform out. There you go. Amazing how if your setter doesn't have to run 15 feet, you can get into system.
Yeah, and you made and you talked about that first contact. It's got to be something that your teammates can use, right? And so you find that, now you set something up in system, and you make a nice play there. Let's see if they can keep it rolling here in set number 2.
Schlachter serving, they're going to set Krebs, and wow, the ball just comes off her fist a little differently than everybody else.
Well, and if you from our vantage point up here, that ball looked like it was going to be, 6 feet out in the back, and it just spun,
Yep.
A little knuckle to it, and just right inside. She is a tremendous athlete, and the English on the ball is just tremendous.
That was just wicked. Schablin, nice job by Sierra on a good first touch. Tinora in system. Schablin sets Krebs. Termination.
Oh, and that's just power right there from Krebs. I mean, you see Gretchen Schlachter trying to come over and dig that one out, Brent, but it's coming in there at such a pace. She had no opportunity to get down and get that.
Schablin again. Ball barely clears the tape. They'll set Flory across court. Krebs is there. It's almost like a wall. Whoa! And there we see a little power by Brooklyn Michael.
Well, the Pilots really needed that there. They were starting to sense that Tinora was starting to kind of take over again here. Able to get that point, get the serve back here, trailing by 1, 4-3.
Michael with a floater. That was a tough first touch. Krebs and a nice block by the youngster Sobecki. They'll set far pin. Cross court. That's down. Wow.
Well, that was a long strike across court, but a nice job. There was a lot of open court back there, but to be able to find it and keep it in, tremendous job.
Krebs will put a fist into it. Goes deep, right at Sierra. Oh, that's a nice dink. Trying to find the back row, and well done. Brianna Sobecki showing a little touch.
Well, that's one of those things, again, these athletes, you want to see that vision that they have, right? You got to find where the other team is not. That was, again, a little service error there for the Pilots, as Ava Sigler's not able to get that one over.
She went full Cobra surrender Cobra there, both hands on her head. She knew it. Rams up by a pair. Addison Dominique, nope, check that. This is number 8, Christina Meyer. Sorry, Christina, you're my new favorite player for the rest of the set. And off the deflection, Kelsey Clark showing some frustration.
And a nice job there by Paige Gamby, recognizing that she was going to get a double block right up at the net, trying to dump that a little deep. And again, it just creates that, taking the defenders out of their spot.
Free ball, Schablin. Dominique, boy, she gets up. Meyer to Schablin. They're going to set near pin. Gamby couldn't quite put enough on it. Flory, a little bit of a miss hit. We're going to have a joust at the net. Tinora wins it, but we play on. Now a free ball. Gamby cross court. Flory trying to get her angle. That was great footwork, pre-shot by Grace Flory.
Yeah, and she knew where the pin was at. She knew she had to stay within that. And then she also, again, that vision to see that open corner in the back. And she just, again, great ball placement. Pilots hanging with the Rams here in set number 2.
7-5, and just as we say that, service fault or error.
Well, and again, those mistakes that we saw in the first, not allowing Ayersville to get into any kind of rhythm, we've seen it here. We have 2 service errors here in this early on in this second set. Just not letting the Pilots get onto anything.
Schablin sets Gamby. That's in system, and that's too tough.
Well, that's a nice job there by the Rams. Again, you run the play. It's like they've done that a million times. It looked just smooth, and Paige Gamby finishes it off for the Rams.
Schablin is closing in on her 26th assist. We've been told if she reaches it tonight, as Sabecki off the quick set takes care of business. I think that's what Ayersville's going to have to do. You want to obviously extend the point, but in that situation, good read, and if you've got the opportunity, nothing wrong with a quick set.
Well, and again, against the Rams, you're going to try and get any points you can.
That will sail along off of Dominique's bump.
Well, and here we see that Ayersville's, again, sticking with them in this second set. Now Tinora looks like they're out of system a little bit and not able to find any rhythm like they had in set number 1.
Sierra goes deep on her serve. Quick set there, and Dominique just couldn't quite clear the tape. The Pilots with a 2-point run, and just like that, they pulled back to within 9-8.
Well, this is just what the Pilots needed here in this second set to kind of take a little bit of the wind out of the sail here for Tinora, see if they can keep this run going.
Gamby with the dink. Ayersville in system. Boer. Oh, what a tremendous up by Signs. Moving toward the net, but out of the back row. Tinora will get a freebie. Gamby unloads. That came back, but that hit the antenna. And Ayersville, that's a tough break.
That's a really tough break for Ayersville. Defended very, very well, and again, you push that sideline there, and
out of the back row, Flory. Boy, nice hustle there by Gamby. Krebs, oh, that ball looked like it was sailing long, and I'm not sure if Sierra knew where she was at or if she just couldn't get out of the way.
Yeah, I think that was a reaction strike there from Sierra, because that ball was flying at her at a really, really hot pace, and again, if she would have just moved out of the way, that probably would have sailed wide.
Gamby with that nasty knuckler serve, and no need for a joust there. The freshman with some great volleyball instincts as Dominique puts it away.
Well, just like that, now the Rams with a 4-point lead in here in set number 2, and we're seeing it. That momentum carries for Tinora. Let's see if they'll keep this going with Paige Gamby back there serving.
Well, that was a tough first touch. They'll set up Michael. It's a long run, and Tinora will send over a free ball. Ayersville with a rare chance in system. Quick set. Oh, tremendous up by Benfeld. It didn't quite look like it was pinpoint, but it didn't need to be. And Eldridge will come in to serve.
Eldridge, one of the top servers for the Pilots, so we'll see if they're within striking distance here, trailing by 3. And this is going to do the job here.
There you go.
Paige Gamby not able to handle that serve from Eldridge, and again, she's another one of those servers that you see get a lot of English on the volleyball, and Paige Gamby not able to handle it. Pilots within 2.
Eldridge a 94% server. Long run for, wow, it doesn't seem to matter if it was a long run for Schablin or not. Krebs, she's got such a wingspan, Josh.
Yeah, it's tremendous. I mean, you get that ball up there, and she has such power once she gets moving.
Bottom fell out of that serve. Tremendously done by Macy Benfeld. The Benfelds don't stand in very tall. They had to be honest with me. I told them I wouldn't mention their names if they weren't. Macy's 5'3", and Brooklyn also 5'3". I think she wanted to stretch it a bit, but she was honest with me. But you talk about double trouble.
Well, and again, height aside, these girls don't let that affect what they're doing. I mean, their hustle to the ball, tremendous.
Well, they're 5'3". You know you're going to be a back row player, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Setting to the far pin. Whoa! That one was in system, and that had a little extra mustard on it. Brooklyn Michael high-fiving her teammates.
Yeah, that was a nice job of Ayersville. Nothing fancy there, but they set something up, got themselves a little bit of rhythm, got in system there, ran a play, and you're able to get some points there to stay within 3 of Tinora.
Gretchen Schlachter waiting for the whistle. Boy, she is antsy. Look at her pounding that ball into the floor. She wants to go, and she's got the green light. A little bit higher, a little bit deeper than I thought she might have normally tried, and it goes too long.
And maybe that little pause was a little bit too much to, keep those emotions in check.
So 15-11. Schablin will put a fist into it. She's got that jump serve, almost.
Just not enough, and we've seen that all night, Brent. Her serve just getting over the tape, and it kind of floats over there, and then it just kind of falls out. But that time, just not enough to get it across.
Brooklyn Michael back to serve. Benfeld from her knees. They'll set Krebs to the near pin. It sails just a bit wide.
Well, like what they were trying to do there, again, recognizing where the Pilots were set up to defend that, and Krebs trying to sneak that in, just not able to keep it.
Ooh, little confusion in that back row. Still setting Krebs. Ball well off the 10-foot mark. Sheets can't do much with it from the pin. Look out for Krebs. Oh!
Well, just when you think she's going to come up and lay the hammer, a little soft touch over that front row defense, and it's going to fall in there for another Tinora point.
To use a basketball term, with the kiss.
With the kiss, yeah. Yeah, it was just a nice job there of recognizing what she had in front of her, and Krebs just dumping it right over the outstretched arms of the 2 defenders.
Krebs will have the honors. Bullet serve. Flory unloads. Krebs with a good up out of the back row. Gamby near pin. Sierra's there. Oh, this one's floating. We'll have a joust. Oh, and Krebs plays it out of bounds. It must have been off of one of her teammates at the net. This one is not. Oh, must be. Okay, you tell me. Did you see something there? We had a pretty good look at that one. They're going to say Tinora point.
Well, from our vantage point, Brent, it looked like it was a little bit wide, but again, we don't get the red flags. We have to stay up here with our red flags.
We'll take a quick timeout. Tinora trying to make it 2-0. Ayersville trying to level it at a set apiece. Stick around and see what happens. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
There you get a good look at the Rams huddle. All business. Coach Hagerty never stops coaching. Never stops coaching.
Oh, you see her in between every single play. She's out there coaching something with their team, and you're seeing the results of that out here on the court. There's a reason why this team is 15-2, and right now in the driver's seat of the Green Meadows Conference, but they've still got business to take care of here today. This would be a huge win in the league for Tinora, obviously, and rightfully so, just as much of a big win in the GMC for Ayersville.
Yep. Coming into tonight, Tinora sit alone atop the pack at 4-0. Ayersville in a tie for second place with Fairview at 3-1. Joust at the net. Will play on. Gamby tries a little something, but Flory's there. And they'll set Flory again. Oh, tremendous layout.
Shoblin over there getting that one.
Playing, and put away by the Pilots.
And Paige Gamby went up to kill that one down, and a nice double block at the front line right at the net from Ayersville, and that spins off and will hit the court. So nice job by Pilots to defend Paige Gamby on that side.
Sigler. Good serve. Benfeld's there, though, out of the back row. They'll set Gamby. Oh, Sierra just the splits out of the back row.
I haven't seen that since last week at the football game, Brett.
Wells almost had a dink over. Now Shoblin's going to set Gamby again. Tries a little finesse. We've got a collision. Sierra ends up playing the role of setter, and this is a free ball for the Rams. Gamby couldn't quite put anything on it. This is going to be an awkward angle for Flory.
Well, give credit to Ayersville here sticking with us. Tinora had them reeling a little bit. Collision and players all over the place, but they're sticking with this, keep this going.
Ayersville has made this rally ugly, and it's just as well. Oh, tough set, and Sebecki tried too fine of an angle there.
Yeah, great idea there, but just too much on that. Didn't have a lot of room on that side, but again, like what she's trying to do there, but a nice rally there by these teams to kind of make a little, I don't know, it was almost chaotic there for a minute.
Pretty helter-skelter. Meyer back to serve. Tinora starting to open up a lead here in the second set. They're already up 1-0. Gamby unloads off the tape. They'll set Flory. That's a tough angle. Yep, too tough. And Taven Tyler wants a timeout.
Well, she's going to need that here. Again, 19-3. Now that lead is at 6. You're in jeopardy of going down 2 sets here quickly to Tinora. And that's going to be a big hole to climb out of for the Pilots.
We'll take a 30-second timeout, see if Ayersville can get back into the second set or if Tinora can finish it up strong. You're watching DCTV Sports. All right, get a good look at the student body here at Tinora. And now you take a look at the players, and why not? You can smile when you're up 1-0 and in control, 19-13 in set number 2. So we welcome you back to the Emerald on the campus of Tinora High School. Brent Balbinot, Josh Bush, DCTV Sports on the air here this evening. Volleyball GMC style.
Well, this has been, again, scores aside, this has been a hard-fought match by both of these teams here tonight, but Tinora just able to stay in rhythm and keep things going and keep Tinora off their game plan.
Well, that timeout by Coach Tyler paying dividends as Meyer sends her serve long.
That's a huge point for Ayersville here, now to get the serve and see if they're able to capitalize on that and close this gap a little bit.
Grace Flory back to do the serving, the senior. Good serve. Oh, that was shanked off the platform of Signs. Ayersville with a rare opportunity in system. Boer unloads, but Meyer's there in the back row. That's a long run for Shoblin. Way back at the 10-foot mark by Gamby. And Ayersville will get another good look, and it still doesn't matter.
Yeah, nice job up there by Paige Gamby getting those arms up. Not only is she offensive, but she's defensive and did a nice job of finding that ball and able to knock it down.
Brooklyn Benfeld checking in to serve, defensive specialist for the Rams. They're 5 points away from making it 2-0. Nice job by Sebecki. Again, that quick set in the middle seems to be working tonight.
Yeah, and hopefully in the timeout, Coach Tyler's recognized that a little bit and said, hey, let's see what we can do here in the middle. And that seems to be, if they've found a spot that's been working tonight, definitely been in that middle spot for the Pilots.
Michaela Sierra, bottom drops out of that serve. Laying out there, but nobody else can get it.
I mean, what great court awareness there to realize that nobody's over there. They're expecting you to set the other way, just dump it off on the backside.
That wasn't a normal dump by Schaublen either. She kind of backhanded that. That was much tougher than it looked. Gamby with a good deep serve. Boer's there. Block is there, but it's going to be out of bounds off of Tinora.
A great effort by both squads hitting up at the net, but again, once you hit that pin, you're that close to the pin, ball can ricochet about any way. Favors the Pilots here, and that's a big one for them. Keeps them within 5.
Eldridge back to serve. Allison Eldridge, a 94% server. And give her an ace.
Yeah, that one just absolutely a knuckleball. A little curve to it, a little drop to it. I mean, you name it, that thing was floating around, and Paige Gamby just not able to pick it up.
Don't look now, but Ayersville's creeping closer. Again, wicked serve, and put down by Boer.
Yeah, nice effort there by Gamby, but not able to get over there and keep that in. And Allison Eldridge really doing a number here for the Pilots, and that's going to force a Tinora timeout.
Yep, Coach Hagerty wants a timeout. Coaching before they even huddle up, as the Pilots showing signs of life here in set number 2. Trailing 21-18, down a set nothing, but on a mini run. We'll see if they can continue it right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Second set. Welcome back to Tinora. Brent Balbinot, Josh Bush. Top team in the GMC, the Rams, at 4-0 in conference play, welcoming one of the top teams, tied for second, the Ayersville Pilots, or as they refer to each other, that team across the river.
A little river rivalry for these two teams, and it's been one of those that through the years, parents work together, the kids play each other in all kinds of sports. They play against each other in the summer, summer ball and all that stuff that they do. So no stranger to each other in a lot of different ways.
Eldridge, good deep serve, but Gamby with a good first touch. Krebs just looked like her angle was a little off. That's tough because when the set is towards your right, but your footwork is towards the left, you've got to really do a good job of making sure you square your shoulders up.
Yeah, she was not able to get a good angle at that one. Obviously, you see there, Pilots got Tinora reeling here and digging themselves back into this ball game.
Tremendous up by Benfield. Krebs stopped in the middle by Michael and make it 6 straight points off of Eldridge's serve. Nope, check that. It got down. I stand corrected.
Yeah, that went right off the hands of, it's a great setup by Ayersville. Double block on Krebs, but again, just the power, the sheer power of that rolled right off their arms.
Speaking of power, don't hurt your teammates there, kids. Brooklyn Michael high-fiving. It looked like Lainey Sheets looked like her shoulder was about to pop out of its socket.
Well, that's a huge point there for Pilots.
Very. Schlachter. That is a bullet float. Krebs just hits bullets.
Speaking of bullets right there, Krebs says, let's get this one over with here, and just absolutely laced the dime across court. Within 2 now. And a two-set lead here for Tinora would be something tough to come back if you're the Ayersville Pilots.
Schaublen goes down the far line. Quick set. Wall is there. Still pays off for the Pilots.
Well, and a nice job of Ayersville sticking in this one. Again, you saw Tinora creep ahead. Ayersville sticking with them. credit some good serving here in this second set from the Pilots.
Krebs. Boy, the block was there, but still, Johnny on the spot. Krebs playing a little pinball.
Well, I think she was even surprised that one got down, Brent.
25-21. Rams take set number 2, and with it, a commanding 2-0 lead. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll see if Tinora can finish it off in a sweep or if Pilot Pride demands a 4th set. Don't go anywhere. We're back after this on DCTV.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
In life, unexpected challenges can test us. If you've been seriously injured in a car accident, you deserve a team that understands. Because your story matters. Call Arthur Law Firm today. We'll fight for you every step of the way.
Stamball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stamball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948.
There you go. A little tighter, guys. Just to the left of your screen.
Right above the O.
Yeah, right above the O in Tinora. Come on, you can do it. Your other left.
There we go.
There we go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Barb Weekers. And I'm being told this is her 43rd year at the scorer's table for not just volleyball, but all gym sports, basketball included. Congratulations, ma'am.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a long run. In fact, something else happened in 1982. I was born that year, so she's been at this for a minute or two. But you know, that's what you see in small towns, small communities, Brent. And we see it at Ayersville, we see it at Tinora, you see it all these small schools around Northwest Ohio.
Look at her dance.
Oh yeah.
Don't you wish you had that kind of energy now, much less then? Holy cow.
But you know, you see that these folks, they love being around the kids, they love being at the school, they love helping out, doing what they do, and it's folks like that make nights like this for the kids go.
Yep. And don't tell me that she's not loving every minute of it. I was talking with Jake Essig, the athletic director here, and I said, what would she be doing if she weren't here?
Yeah.
She'd be wishing she were here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Barb, I know that our comments are bringing a tear to your eye, apparently, but congratulations and much respect. All right, back on track. It is set number 3. Rams leading 2-0. Can they finish it off with the sweep? Or will Pilot Pride demand a 4th set? We'll wait and see.
Well, I think and this is a cliche thing, we talk about this a lot, but a quick start here, a good start for the Pilots. It's got to start with this serve here from Allison Eldridge, 1 point at a time, and they're going to have to make sure that they can keep the Rams from getting that momentum and getting any kind of streak going.
Eldridge puts a fist into it to start off the 3rd set. Tremendous up. Boy, that was a low half offering. Ball out of bounds off of Michael. It will be Rams point and a side out to start set number 3.
That was kind of the opposite of what I was saying. But again, nice job by both of these teams. Trying to get something set, trying to get plays run here. But a great serve there from Tinora from Macy Benfeld.
Benfeld. And look at her, all business. I'm back, I'm ready, get me the ball. She wants to go. Another good low serve, good up by Flory. They'll set, It's amazing, again, what a good first touch can do for your offense.
Yep, first touch, good set. Now we get a point from Ayersville. Pilots are going to stick in this one. Again, now can they capitalize on it? Use this, get something going here off the serve.
Michael with that termination as back to serve. Schlachter. Krebs. Woo!
Well, just like that, Tinora has the answer. They say, okay, we're just going to set this over here. We're going to let Krebs do what she does. And well, that was just rifled across court.
And the answer is 16. And
all
her name
6'7" of her.
Tatum Krebs. Back to serve. Schablin.
And if she's not 6'7", she looks it.
And she plays like it. Got that long wingspan, and they're going to set her near pin. Good block, but it goes off the side of Brooklyn Michaels' hands and out of bounds.
Well, you know, it's just there's such velocity there. Even when you get up with a good block, it's hard to keep those hands steady. You've got to have that so that you don't break the angle, and it's just too much coming off the arm of Krebs.
Schablin right at Sierra. This is going to be a tough play from the back row. Krebs moving towards the net. That is about as picture perfect an offense as you could run.
Well, and give credit to what Tenora's doing here, right? First touch again, great. You get a good set from Schablin, and then Krebs finishes it off. They've got a well-oiled machine here, and they're running left side. Very, very strong here in this third set.
I would love to know, we don't have official stats up here, but Schablin has got to be closing in on assist number 26 and career number 1,000 here in this match. Helter Skelter, was that double contact? I believe it was, yes.
Yep.
Point Tinora.
Well, again, you see here, Tenora's got Ayersville reeling. They are out of sync. They just look, I don't want to say confused, but they're just scrambling for the ball, and you're not able to get any kind of rhythm going. This is what set number one looked like, and Ayersville's going to have to figure something out here quick.
Tremendous hands by Wells up at the block. Another point. And Tinora couldn't have scripted a much better start to set number 3.
Yeah, and that's a timeout for Ayersville, and Coach Tyler can sense this one getting out of control quickly. And again, go back to that first set. This is kind of similar to how that started in set number 1.
7-1, up 2-0. We'll take a quick timeout. Back right after this on DCTV Sports.
West Banco, building a better bank every day since 1870. Community-focused West Banco. Find out more at westbanco.com.
Well, there you get a good look at the Ayersville huddle. Body language tells you everything you need to know. Hands on hips. Down 2-0, and there's the future of Tinora volleyball. They call them the Littles.
Yeah, and we were talking about what Coach Haggerty's doing here at Tinora and the way she's run this program. They're recognizing the bitty volleyball kids today. We've seen it between the sets. We've seen it here in this timeout, and that's a solid number of kids that are out here between these three different times they've been introducing them. But that's where it starts with these young kids. Get them out here, and they're seeing the effort. They're seeing the way that this Tinora team is playing together. They're going to stick around. They're going to want to play varsity volleyball here at Tinora.
Still got a little over a decade for most of the players we're looking at.
A little bit of time yet.
Yep. Schablin, her time is right now. Deep serve. Flory couldn't quite pull back. Oh, wow, unloads there, and yet somehow that ball goes wide. I was about to say, did Schablin just pull off the play of the night? Almost.
Well, great effort, and you can see her kind of smiling a little bit over there. She knew that she could have got lucky there, but it just sails a little wide.
Benfield came up to joke with her as if to say, well, you could have made it. Out of bounds.
Well, nice defense there by Ayersville. Krebs was trying to get a little cute and dump that one over the front row, but nice job of keeping that one alive and forcing Tinora in that uncomfortable spot.
Schablin to Krebs. The ball comes back, and Gamby can't get there as she goes face first into a couple of chairs on the Ram bench, and she appears to be okay. Look, Ayersville's got too much pride to just roll over and hand it to you. They're going to make you earn it.
Well, a nice job here getting a little bit of run. Let's see if they can stay in rhythm here and keep things going.
Krebs unloads. That's just too tough. Into the second row of the stands.
Well, when you have a player like Krebs, again, just when you think you can start getting things going, you think you're starting to get a few points in a row, you're going to keep that ball on your side of the court. And just like that, Tatum Krebs just says, I don't think so.
Tough first touch, and this is going to be a free ball. Benfeld, Schablin on the dump. Heads up, though, by Schlachter to be there, and this is just wide. Side out, and here comes Jaden Sines. Sines, a 5'7" senior. Setting far pin Flory. Block was there. Meyer with a nice job. He'll try again. Schablin sets Gamby. There's another assist.
And she'll spin that right inside that sideline, and what a tremendous, tremendous job.
I keep looking at Ella's mom, who has barely broken a smile all night long. She, I think, is more nervous about her daughter reaching the milestone than maybe she is. Picture of intensity in the stands just below us. Nice job by Sierra to keep it alive. Sheets couldn't quite thread the needle. That would have taken perfection.
Well, that's tough when you come in swinging left-handed. You're on that side pin over there. Just trying to keep that in. It's a tough angle.
Meyer with a good serve. Flory unloads. Gamby do something with it out of system. Sierra, ooh, that's a tough touch. And that was too much to ask for Flory.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, that's just tough angle. Great effort.
How many in a row is this off the service of Meyer right now?
I think we're at 4.
Another bullet. Eldridge. Boy, what an up by Benfeld. It was a tremendous spike by Sobecki. And there's a block by Sobecki.
Yeah, nice job by Ayersville. They needed that point there. They were down 8. They're going to get the ball back here. See who's going to come in to serve. That'll be Sigler that's coming in to serve. But, opportunity here. Down 7 now for Ayersville to maybe knock off a couple points, chisel away at this Tinora lead.
Sigler. Good low serve. Benfield, how did she save that? This will be a free ball and a rare opportunity in system. Quick set. Just a little off on the timing by Sobecki. Speaking of off on the timing, Gamby couldn't quite get that one done.
Well, there's a nice job by Ayersville, working, trying to stay in rhythm, trying to set something up in system, and getting Tinora kind of reeling a little bit. You see the back row over here communicating with Coach Haggerty a little bit, but
service error.
Service error for Ayersville, and we're going to give Tinora an opportunity here to extend this lead, and it's not what you want to see if you're Coach Tyler.
Well, the Doublemint twins, Benfeld and Benfield, will check out. Dominique checks in. Meyer was going for broke, and that's a service error.
Well, they'll give it right back to Ayersville, so Pilots have an opportunity here as Grace Flory's going to go back to serve. And, you get a senior back there. Can she put a little run together here for the Pilots?
With that jump serve, goes deep. Gamby from behind the 10-foot line. See if Ayersville can do anything with this. Well, dinked over. Clark couldn't do much with it. Gamby couldn't there either. Who wants it? First one into system. Gamby moving toward the net. Flory with a good up. Who wants this? It's another free ball. Oh, a nice back set. But the block was there by Boer. She held her ground.
And that's going to fall just inside the sideline there. Nice job by Boer to get her hands up and just tap that one over. Great job there by Ayersville, keeping the serve here for Flory.
Callie Wells, to be honest with you, I think everybody in the gym thought she had a point there, but well done by Boer. Sierra, as she normally does, from her knees, keeps it alive. Boer dinks it over. Tremendous up. Jaden Sines getting dirty. And And extending the point, Ayersville's not going away.
Well, that's, again, you get a senior like Grace Floyd back there. She's getting some good serves, giving Ayersville an opportunity to stay here, and that's going to force a Tinora timeout. Yeah, that's that lead is dwindling a little too far for Coach Haggerty.
Down to 4. Coach Haggerty calls a timeout. We'll take a breather as well. Back with more at the Emerald right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
There you take a look at the mascot. I'll be the first to know. I don't know his name. What is the mascot's name here at Tinora?
Yep.
He does that whenever he doesn't know the answer to a question.
The answer is yes. Yeah.
So a raise is coming for the entire crew.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Got to just talk to the powers that be.
Really?
Yep.
Yep. Now you're getting yourself into a hole. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Set number 3. Rams lead it 2-0. Ayersville has gone on a 3-point run to pull back to within 4 at 13-9. Again, the Rams enter tonight at 15-2 overall. They're only 2 losses to a pair of top 10 ranked teams. The first one, you got to go all the way back to the second game of the season against then number 2 ranked Parkway. And then just about a week ago at 10th ranked Patrick Henry, that went 5. Otherwise, I don't want to say they haven't been tested, but they've been more than up to any tests anybody's given them.
Yeah, they've answered the call, and again, a tough loss to Patrick Henry, 5 sets, went right down to it, but it's a team that's played well throughout the season.
I'm going to say, is it Patrick Henry, their nickname for their gym, the House of Heat?
Yeah,
I think that's what it's coming. I love that nickname.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, Ayersville coming in on more than a mini winning streak themselves. You go back to the 16th at Edgerton 3-0, Continental 3-0, Montpelier 3-0, Hicksville, a game we called 3-0, and then last night versus Stryker went 5, but they won 15-5, so they're in on a 5-game win streak themselves.
Well, again, you can see both of these teams wanting this rivalry win. They want the GMC win. I mean, there's a lot to play for here tonight, and first 2 sets aside, Pilots are trying to stay within striking distance here of Tinora in set number 3.
Well, Tinora 4-0 in conference play, but Ayersville nipping on their heels at 3-1. So Becky couldn't terminate. They'll set Gamby near pin. Boer is there. Sigler will set far pin. Boer somehow got it down.
Yeah, right between 2 defenders. That was Schablin and Dominique for Tinora, but a nice job there and able to sneak that through all 4 outstretched arms of the Tinora defense.
Awkward serve, very difficult from Sierra. Boer, that's a tough angle. Schablin off the quick set. Dominique with the termination. And is that it? I think that's it. It is. They're going to stop the match. Congratulations, junior Ella Schablin. Career assist number 1,000. And the fans rise to their feet.
Well, this is a tremendous thing here. I mean, as you see, Coach Haggerty giving her a game ball, but just a junior as well, and what a nice job there.
The record books still with plenty of ceiling for you, number 4. A lot more to come. But for right now, enjoy it.
Well, and you can see her teammates celebrating with her, and you know that's a special moment for her, but to see her teammates rally around her during that means a little bit even more.
And right now you got to lock back in. This one's not over. Boer, oh, what an angle. And somehow Krebs with the save. Schablin almost trick-or-treated a kill there. And this is just helter-skelter. Wow.
Well, it was going to give at some point. You know, it's just when does the ball hit the court? And boy, tremendous effort by both sides, not giving up, just trying to keep everything they can to keep it alive.
That was too tough an angle and not much that Brooklyn could do there. Michael just shaking her head, but she had to go with her offhand, and still nothing much there, as it's now 18-11. Timeout, Ayersville. Let's go ahead and keep it here. Up next, Friday night, you are on the headset for high school football, correct?
Yeah, we're going to be back here at, we won't be in here at the Emerald, but we'll be we'll be outside high atop the press box at Tinora for Wayne Trace in town, and I had an opportunity to chat with Coach Becker during what was our pregame here, but it's going to be a tough match for these two teams, both of them with records aside, they've played some really good teams through the first 6 weeks. So I think you got to throw that aside, and you got two teams that play really good football, play real hard football. So it should be a good matchup Friday night here at Tinora.
Well, we'll wait and see what we've got left here. I'll hold tight. I was going to say, depending on what happens, but we still have roughly another month left to go in the high school football season. Volleyball is about a week away from wrapping it up, and we're going to be talking about the postseason.
Yeah, and you see, and Brent, you kind of mentioned it off air earlier, there's so much talent here in Northwest Ohio, and when you get into the postseason, it really, I think, emphasizes that a little bit more, because you see these teams where they get seeded, they go in, then each and every year we see teams making a ruckus in the postseason from Northwest Ohio.
Ball out of bounds off the block, and Gamby says thank you because she's so polite.
And now we're getting to a spot where Ayersville's got to get something here.
Yep. And they do.
And that's the answer right there, as Brooklyn Michael is able to drop that one in there. And again, she gets up there, she swings hard, and she's not able to dig that out. That's a big point for the Ayersville Pilots.
Eldridge will put a fist into it. Good deep serve. That's a long way to run for Schablin. Krebs just has to baby that over. Michael does not. What a tremendous up.
Schablin keeps that alive, going out of bounds into the scorer's table.
Booer unloads. Gamby's there. Schablin to Krebs. Michael is there. Schablin to Krebs. It's down.
Wow.
Wow.
Tremendous effort, both sides of the net here tonight. You can't say either of these teams has left anything here, but with Tinora just so aggressive and sticking with every play.
Gamby with quick reflexes. Krebs. Wow, Flory with quick. Booer. Nothing doing there. And you know why? Because Christina Meyer is on watch.
Yeah, it was a nice job getting up there, getting the arms positioned in the right spot, and able to keep that one down. And that's now within 4 and a 9-point lead here for Tinora.
Benfeld. Good deep serve, lazy floater. Free ball for the Rams. That sails long. No, it's off the touch. They're going to say, the tower official saying it's off the block of Ayersville. And I'm looking at Taven Tyler, and she just shakes her head. She wants clarification. There is no replay.
Well, I tell you, it would have to be a very, very minimal touch, but got a bird's eye view.
Benfield's made it 2 in a row. It's a long run for Eldridge. Krebs, did that get down? It did not.
Again, she saw a little opening on the sideline, able to, they're trying to tuck that one in there. But again, just off the mark a little bit. Technique's so important. The angle you get down to that on that ball.
Long run for Schablin. This is a freebie. Eldridge off the semi-quick set, and that timing was so off. Brooklyn Michael made something out of nothing.
Yeah, and that's just kind of a court awareness there, right? Hey, we got to get this over, and luckily for her, it fell.
Meyer gets rejected right back from Flory and Michael, and we have double contact. I think we did, yes.
Yep. So you see here, Ayersville sticking around here, causing Tinora to get out of sync a little bit, and you can see what we saw Tinora doing to Ayersville. Ayersville's got Tinora reeling a little bit here late in this third set.
That one gets down, and a mini run here by the Pilots.
Now that's going to be a timeout for Tinora. As
Yep.
Coach Haggerty says, let's settle down here. 6-point lead, but yeah, it was a much bigger lead about 3-4 minutes ago.
Still in command, up 2-0, and as Josh mentioned, up 6 here in the third, but at the same time, they want to finish it in 3. As Ayersville, basically, you got to live and die with every serve, every point right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, 22, you've only got 3 to give. I'm not great at math, but 25 minus 22 is 3 from what I hear.
Yes, very good.
Okay. So, again, you're going to have to play this 1 point at a time here. Good serves, good, like you said, good first touch, and keep yourself in system. Keep that rhythm going. You can see when Ayersville does that, they're very effective offensively when they're in system, when they're in rhythm. It's just
they haven't been very much.
Yeah, there's just been no consistency to it here tonight. And, you know, as much as you like to say, you know, there's been some mistakes, but credit Tinora and the things that they've been able to do, because every time Ayersville's kind of gotten a little bit of a rhythm going, they've kind of gotten a couple points, and you see Tinora come over, they set, and we see Krebs or Gamby up there with that big hammer and able to just kind of snap that streak and get them out of get that ball back on the Tinora side.
Well, Tenora's done a really good job of zone serving tonight. They know where they're going and more specifically who they're going at, as this one's down by Krebs. If Scoop were here, he would know what 8 is an octuple match point right now.
Yeah, something. He said that the last time I did volleyball with him too, and
he knew 10, and I'm like, okay, whatever. How fitting would it be for Schablin to serve this one out? Quick set. Meyer sends over a freebie and double contact.
Yep. And again, we see what Ayersville's doing here. They've climbed back into this, and they're creating some little, I don't want to say confusion, but they're getting Tinora out of sync a little bit. And we're seeing a couple little mistakes here. That's the Rams are letting Ayersville back in on this one. And
no mistake when you set number 16.
Yeah, just
holy cow.
Absolutely drops the hammer there. And, you know, again, anytime Ayersville thinks they're getting something going, Krebs just comes in there and just kills it.
Oh, Place is putting their hands together now. Match point. Sign spins the ball in her hands. She's going to get an ace. That's the cherry on the sundae in a 3-set sweep.
Wow.
25-11, 25-21, 25-17 on a night when junior center Ella Schablin hits a career mark early. 1,000 career assists and counting. And just as importantly, I'll guarantee you she'll say more so, the Rams remain unbeaten in GMC play. Now 16-2 overall, 5-0 in the Green Meadows, and firmly in control of the top spot in the standings.
It's a huge win for Tinora here. Again, as much as it is, and you know, celebrating the individual accomplishments of Schablin, and congratulations to her. Just a junior. It's a tremendous honor for her, as you see him kind of going over to the student section there. The student section had the 1,000. We had some of those big face boards over here in the stands with their parents and stuff. But this is a big team win for them. Again, and that's what they're going to tell you is the most important thing here tonight. 5-0 in the Green Meadows Conference. That's a big spot to be in for the Tinora Rams.
We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, the fawning will continue, but so will our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. Don't go anywhere. You're watching DCTV Sports.
When a fire or natural disaster throws a penalty flag, let ServiceMaster Restore work for you. Anything from minor cleanups to complete overhaul and rebuilding. Contact ServiceMaster by McCann.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperative. Visit superiorcu.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Yep, 1,000 career assists. And I think if you've picked up a volleyball in the last year for Tinora, you're in that picture. Oh, congratulations going out to junior setter Ella Schablin.
Right there in the middle of that whole crowd, and you can see some of the youngsters turning up to those varsity kids, and great to have them here in attendance tonight to see that accomplishment and to see this Rams victory here tonight. But I'll tell you, this is quite the scene here, and congratulations to Ella Schablin. That's again only a junior.
Yes.
So she's got the rest of this season, all of next year to tack onto that total.
Well, look, let's be honest, 1,000. We saw Allison Eldridge for Ayersville last week against Hicksville reach career 1,000, and she's a senior. That's rarefied air. Josh, just as a junior, Ella Schablin's numbers, provided she stays healthy, nothing unforeseen happens, we're talking stratospheric. She's got a chance to set numbers that I know you always say records are meant to be broken, but man, I can't imagine how long it would take for somebody to get to that point.
Yeah, records are meant to be broken until somebody does the unthinkable and gets that record that's just going to be tough to be broken. And Ella Schablin, again, she's got a long way to go yet in this season. She's got all of next year as a senior, and it'll be fun to watch. And you take a look at what she's got around her, and she's going to lose Krebs and Gamby, but they've got some younger hitters that are coming up, and we saw some of the play that we saw here tonight from some of their underclassmen. They've got some talent that's going to be coming. She'll have plenty of sets, plenty of teammates around her to get sets to even next year in her senior year.
Again, I'm not going to sit here and throw out numbers, but what I would say is this. She had 600 coming into tonight, and there's still, a week left to go in the regular season. You just think about what she's going to finish with here and figure even on pace for similar numbers next year. I don't want to say she'd get there, but she could potentially be pushing 2,000 assists for her career.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and again, it goes to obviously the hard work that she puts in. We've seen a lot of different things that she's been able to do, and she keeps teams honest. She sets to the front, she sets to the back. She does those little dumps and try to keep the teams honest to find. And again, that sets up success for your hitters when you have a setter that is so talented and sees the court the way that Ella Schablin does. It's giving her team the opportunity and her teammates the opportunity for success.
I was going to say, she's not a one-woman show. She'd be the first to admit it. But I was as impressed with Ella Schablin as I was with the team's serving tonight. First touch was just very difficult for Ayersville, and they were very rarely able to get into system.
Well, and we'll just stick with Ella Schablin here. How many times tonight will we say that the serve just barely crossed the tape? But that was what she was trying to do. I mean, that wasn't by mistake. And then you saw it once it hit across the tape. Boy, the bottom fell out of it. And it wasn't just her. Paige Gamby had some great serves tonight. Krebs had some great serves tonight. And the amount of English and the different spin, never two serves the same from this Tinora squad, and that kept Ayersville, like you said, that first touch so important.
Yep.
And how many times they were just targeting that back row. They were targeting different spots back there, and they were hitting their spots, and they getting a lot of good serves that were just causing so much trouble for Ayersville to return.
Yeah, Ayersville setter Allison Eldridge had to do a lot of running tonight. And look, let's just be honest, when you're 15, maybe even 20 feet, and your back's to the net, that's awfully tough to get anything going. You're clearly not in its system.
Yeah, and that's what Tinora was able to do here tonight. They were able to keep Ayersville out of sync. They weren't able to get things going. And again, credit to Ayersville when they were able to, get a good first touch and get things rolling, set up a play, get something in system. They were very, very successful with tonight, but credit to Tinora where they just kept them off balance all night, and it was just a tough night for the Pilots, and credit to Tinora. They did a nice job, a great game plan, and they executed so well tonight.
A lot of milling around right now, a buzz, as you can imagine, not only for the individual accomplishment by Ella Schablin, but win number 16 on the season and 5-0 in the GMC. Let's take one last time out. We'll put a wrap on our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
In life, unexpected challenges can test us. If you've been seriously injured in a car accident, you deserve a team that understands. Because your story matters. Call Arthur Law Firm today. We'll fight for you every step of the way.
Stamball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stamball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948.
WestBanco, building a better bank every day since 1870. Community-focused WestBanco. Find out more at westbanco.com.
Well, there you see the future of Tinora volleyball. But right now, tonight, the present looked pretty darn good as well. In a 3-set sweep over Ayersville. First place, Tinora, remaining alone atop the GMC. 16-2 overall, 5-0 in conference play, courtesy of a 25-11, 25-21, 25-17 victory against their arch rival, that school they call that team across the river, the Ayersville Pilots. The Pilots still with a very respectable record at 13-6, but now fall to 3-2 in conference play. Both these squads with about a week left to go in the regular season. Both these squads hoping to make deep runs in the postseason. Up next on Thursday, Tinora will be home against Wauseon. They'll finish out then on Saturday at Defiance. They'll head to Paulding after that. And then on the 9th, finish up the regular season versus Edgerton. But this is a team. I know they went 27-1 last season, Josh. I know a lot of people said with the graduation of, 6 seniors, could they possibly be even close to as good as they were last season? Well, right now they're making believers out of a lot of doubters.
Well, absolutely. And again, give credit to, you get some very talented seniors on this squad right now. But what we saw tonight, those underclassmen that were in there playing, this is a very well-rounded team. There's talent top to bottom with this Ram squad, and again, you graduate that many, and to be this successful again another year, the year after you graduate a class like that. And it was a talented class of kids that they graduated last year. It wasn't, it was a nice solid season for that team last year. And so to come back, it just shows that they have continued to build. We saw the Biddy volleyball players here today. It starts with programs, it starts with those little programs like that as you see some hugs going around down there.
The lady of the moment, Ella Schablin, 1,000 career assists. And soak it up, youngster. You only get there once, right?
Oh, absolutely. And to see the support that she's got gift bags, she's got flowers, she got a game ball, she's getting hugs from teammates. I mean, this is quite an accomplishment for that young lady, and she's just really getting an opportunity to enjoy it.
On the flip side, this one will sting for Ayersville for a while, but they still have plenty left to play for. It doesn't get any easier as they're going to take on 10th-ranked Patrick Henry on Thursday. They are home, so they don't have to go to the House of Heat. They'll wrap it up versus Antwerp and then at Wayne Trace before they get set for the postseason as well. And, Josh, I wouldn't be surprised to see both these teams make a pretty solid run come the postseason.
Yeah, and we'll be finding out pretty soon where they're going to line up in the postseason. But I think you're going to see both of these teams make a little noise in the postseason. And, it's almost like, yeah, you've got those goals, right? You want to win a league title, you want to do this, you want to do that. But it all starts over once you get into that postseason. Records are out the door. You're playing one match at a time, and I think both these teams are in line to maybe cause a little havoc in the postseason.
That's going to do it for our broadcast here this evening. Our big thank you going out to our crew, Director Sean Howe, producer Ryan Fairchild. Also on the cameras tonight, we've got Hayden Gorrit, also Brock Young, Jalen Red, and Brock Wanamaker.
If you visit Brunswick Eye, you can get those glasses adjusted.
These are readers, so the top half basically don't do anything, and the bottom half, it's where I got to find the adjustment to where I pull them down at. So, but just the same.
Just trying to help you out.
Big thank you going out to Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center and our entire list of underwriters, as well as you, the fan, for tuning in. Again, for color announcer Josh Bush, I'm Brent Balbinot. We thank you, the fan, for tuning in. Final score tonight, Tinora remains unbeaten in the GMC and alone in first place with a 3-set sweep over Ayersville, 25-11, 25-21, and 25-17. Our next broadcast will be right back out here at Tinora Friday night as football will take center stage as the Rams will welcome Wayne Trace. That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We will talk to you down the road. You've been watching.
Or across the parking lot.
Yes, a presentation of DCTV Sports.